What's up, guys? Hey, Dr. Jared here, Tone and Titan. If you're experiencing lower back pain and would like to alleviate that lower back pain, you're in the right place. This is the right video for you. In this video, I'm going to run you through one of my favorite routines that you can do right at home to help alleviate and eliminate pain in your lower back. These are simple stretches and simple exercises that I run patients through in my physical therapy clinic every single day. I know they're incredibly effective, and I hope that you find that to be the case as well. That being said, clear a little bit of room on your floor, and let's get started. All right, I always like to get started with stretching first. I like to get the back nice and loosened up, help it to move a little bit better, and then finish with strengthening. So 3 stretches coming your way. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some lumbar rotation stretching. Lay down on your back with your knees bent. I'll hit start on my timer, and then we're just gonna let both knees fall in one direction. So right now, both of my knees are falling over here to my left. I'm trying to keep my shoulders down to the mat and create some separation in my hips just until I get a good, comfortable stretch through this right side of my lower back and up through my right hip. We're gonna hold that for 20 seconds, and now let's drop over to the other side. Oh, a little pop out of that one. So now both knees are going over to my right just until I get a good comfortable stretch up in the left side of my lower back and through my left hip. And then we're gonna hold this one for 20 seconds, just 3 seconds left on this, 2, 1, and then we're gonna come back this way one more time. Here we go. So then we're just gonna repeat this 3 times each direction. So 3 times, 20-second holds each way. Now, as we get started with this, and as we start with our stretching, it's crucial that I mention that I want stretching to be in a comfortable range. That's 20 seconds. Let's go back the other way. You should be able to go just as far as you can up to the point of pain, but I don't want you to get into pain. Meaning, I want you to push it, I want you to go as far as you can as long as it's pain-free. So what we're trying to do is stretch and relax, but not necessarily cause any pain. Good, now let's come back this way for 20 more seconds. So this is our 3rd time over here to the left. We don't want that pain response. Again, we're trying to get that settled down. But what we need to do is convince your lower back that it can move and that it doesn't have to hurt. And if we can stretch out some of those tight, stiff muscles, it's gonna help you to feel a lot better. There's 20 seconds, let's go back this way. It's going to help you to feel a lot better. It's going to help you to start to move a lot better. That's exactly what we're after. So we've got 10 seconds here, and then we're gonna jump into a PIRIFORMIS stretch. PIRIFORMIS is one of the muscles that sits kind of deep to your glute. It's right back here in your hip. It often gets tight with lower back pain. So to stretch that one out, what we're gonna do is cross your right leg over your left, and then grab back behind your left leg and pull the left leg up into your chest just until you get a good, comfortable stretch through your right hip. Now, yesterday was leg day, and that is really tight on me. And so as we pull that again, just take it as far as you can, pull this left knee up as far as you can till you get a good, comfortable stretch. There's our first 20-second hold, so now we're gonna switch. So now your left leg is on top of your right knee, and as you pull that one, you're gonna feel that stretch deep into your left hip. Now, it's not uncommon for one side to be a little tighter than the other, but still, I want you to stretch both of them out. Oh, there's our 20 seconds, and now we're gonna come back this way. I want you to stretch both of them out. We wanna maintain balance. Definitely, you know, if your lower back pain is primarily focused on one side, that's going to maybe feel a little bit better to hold that. And so if you want to hold on that side for a little bit longer, 20 seconds, switch again, then by all means, please do so. And so we're going to repeat this one again 3 times, 20 seconds on each side. Just about there. We got 5 seconds left on this side. Let's see, on this one, I've got my head up like this just because I'm talking to the camera. Don't feel like you have to do that. In fact, if you've got a pillow and you can lay your head down, I want you to try to stay and be relaxed as much as possible through your upper body, through your neck, through your upper back. It's just going to make stretching more comfortable, make stretching more effective if you can do that. 3, 2, 1, last time, we're going to switch over to the other side. Last time, 20 seconds over here on the left. And then after this, we're gonna get into a cat-cow or a cat-camel stretch. Probably one of my favorite exercises to just promote motion through your spine. Should be just about there. Okay, just like that. So now what we're gonna do is roll over onto all fours. And so my hands are below my shoulders, my knees are below my hips. I'm gonna set a 1 minute timer. Okay, here we go. And so now for the angry cat, what I wanna do is arch your back up towards the ceiling, tuck your pelvis under, tuck your chin down into your chest, hold 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna get into the cow or the camel. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna rock our hips forward, create a big arch in your lower back, and the gaze or the head comes up just like this right here. Hold 3 to 5 seconds, and then we're gonna come right back. 3 to 5 seconds in the angry cat, 3 to 5 seconds in the camel. This is a very easy, very safe way to, again, promote some motion forward and back in your spine, just to convince it that it can move, to just kind of say, hey, you know, we're okay with a little bit of motion. You don't have to be tight, you don't have to be painful. And we're just gonna wrap this one out for 60 seconds. So we get about 3 to 5 second holds each direction, and then that will conclude our third stretch. After this, we've got a few great core strengthening and just kind of some muscle activities to help your lower back out. Roll back onto our back one more time. Now in this position, what I want to do is some abdominal bracing. The easiest way to do that is if you've got an arch in your lower back right now, I want you to push your lower back down into the mat. And so we're going to rock our pelvis backwards. We're going to try to push down into the mat to flatten out our core. Now what I want you to do is take a deep breath in and then a deep breath all the way out. As you blow your air out, draw your belly button in towards your spine. So deep breath in and then all the way out. And as you do that, try to use your stomach muscles to pull that tummy in towards your spine. I've got a 2 minute timer going, and let's do that. And so deep breath in and then out. And then pull that stomach into your spine. Now what I'd love to add is actually some marches to this. So hold that belly button in, and then we're going to add some marching, and then do as many as you can until you have to reset the system. So deep breath in, let the belly come out, deep breath out, pull that spine or pull the belly button in towards your spine. Hold that nice and tight as we do just these little marches, left foot, right foot, as many as you can, and then we'll reset. Deep breath in, and then out, flatten the back, tighten the tummy, belly button comes in towards the spine. I'm gonna hold that there while I'm doing these marches. What we're doing here is we're actually training the deepest core layer. It's called your transverse abdominis. That is key in maintaining support and stabilizing your spine. Deep breath in, and then out, pull that in, draw the stomach in, hold that contraction. It actually has origins on the spine, wraps around your stomach, kind of looks like a corset. And so the stronger we can make that muscle, it's like tightening up your corset, or it's like tightening up a weight belt. Adds just a ton of stability to your back and a lot of strength to your core. It's a muscle that we just don't train enough. Again, right here, the belly button's sucked in. This is what I'm worried about. I don't care how much you're marching. I want that belly button to be sucked down into your spine. I want your spine to be flat to the ground while we're repping this out for just, let's see, 30 more seconds. Let's reset it one more time. Deep breath in. As the breath comes in, the belly goes out. And then as you breathe your breath out, belly comes in. That's going to help to control that diaphragm as well. And so that transverse abdominis is nice and tight. Everything's nice and tight. My belly button's sucked in while I'm doing these marches. Now, you might only be able to do 1 or 2 marches at a time. If that's your case, absolutely do your thing. That's totally fine. If you can get away with doing more, if you can do the full minute or even the full 2 minutes, that's going to be great as well. Okay, we'll reset this. Now we're going to get into some bridges. So a bridge, we're laying on our back. You can even do one of those TA braces. So pull the belly button in towards your spine, squeeze your glutes, and use your glutes to lift your hips up off of the ground, and then come right back down. We're going to hit a 2 minute timer on that one. Make sure it's counting down. And so TA contraction, pull the belly button in, squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up off of the floor, hold 1, 2, 3, and then come right back down. While you're up in the top of that bridge, I want you to focus on contracting your glutes. I want you to focus on squeezing your butt and then lower right back down. One of the most common reasons why people come in to see me with lower back pain, believe it or not, is because they have weak glutes. Well, they have weak, we call it the entire posterior chain, meaning the glutes, the back, the hamstrings, everything on the back is weak. And so the more that we can strengthen that, the more it's going to help to stabilize your pelvis and therefore create more stability for your spine as well. And so strengthening your glutes, I want you to squeeze your butt, hold 1, 2, 3, and then come right back down. If you can hold longer than that, if you can hold for like a 5-second count, even better, you can certainly do that. That's a simple way to progress this exercise. I'm keeping this pretty basic. In my mind, this is for those of you who might be experiencing a little bit more acute pain. You're not moving quite as well. You just need a little bit of motion, a little bit of muscle activation to hopefully alleviate some of that pain. And I hope that's what you're getting with this. I think it'd be interesting. I'd love to hear your experience with this once we're done here. We've got about 40 seconds left on these bridges. Once we're done with this, leave me a comment. Let me know how this went for you. I'd love to hear how much pain maybe you were in before and then how much pain you were in after. So after we got through this 10-minute routine, what did we do? What kind of difference did we make? Leave me a comment, let me know. Also, if there's anything else you'd like me to cover here on Tone and Tighten, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to get your feedback. Leave that in a comment on this video as well. Awesome, you guys. Looks really good. We're just about there. We've only got about 7 seconds. Squeezing the glutes right here, squeezing the butt together at the top of that contraction, and then right back down. Perfect, just like that. We'll do 1 minute on what we call a bird dog exercise. And so bird dogs, we're down on all fours again. Knees are below my hips, hands are below my shoulders. We're going to lift the right hand straight up as the left leg goes straight back, and then come right back down. And then we're going to repeat that with the other side. So left hand up, right leg straight back. And again, we'll go for 60 seconds on this one. And so reach right and left, and then back down. Reach left and right, and then right back down. It's important on this one, I want your hips to stay nice and level, meaning if you roll your back, if your hips open up in this direction, I don't want that. I want you to keep that down nice and tight. The back stays nice and level as we're just repping out these bird dogs right here. Looks just like that. This is a great way. We're activating a ton of muscles in the back with this one, but we're not introducing motion to the spine. This is an isometric contraction, meaning the back, or there's no motion occurring in your back, but I'm moving the legs, I'm moving the hips. Again, retraining the back to move, or that it can move in this way is going to be a great thing. And so we're just about done. You probably have the question, Jared, how often should I do this routine? My answer to that is daily. I'd like to see you doing this at least daily. The stretches, the first 3 exercises that we did, you can get away with doing those a little more regularly, twice a day on those. Strengthening exercises once a day, bare minimum, run through this whole video once a day, and you should start to feel some improvement, you should start to feel better. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope that this was helpful. If you need more help with your lower back, I'd love to give it to you. What I want you to do is check out this video right here. For some reason, YouTube actually thinks that you might like this video right here, so you might check that out, see if YouTube's right. If you haven't subscribed to Tone and Tighten yet, I'd love to see you back for future videos. Hit the circle right here to do that, and we'll see you again soon here on Tone and Tighten.